Hi everyone, it's me, Erin. Hello. Today I'm going to talk about my college years, which mainly will just consist of my first year of college because I lived in the dorms. I attended college September 2005 to June 2011. Yes, I know it took me 5 years to get a 2 year degree, but in that time I practically took a year off, but I only would go at 3 quarters at a time, which was fall, winter, spring, because you had to pay out of pocket for summer, and I just couldn't afford that. But I took almost a year off to one help my mom because she had medical issues in the February of 2008, and then I took time off to plan my wedding. Yeah, but I got an associate's degree. My major was human service, but my degree reads associate's degree for applied science. I am smart. Yeah. I attended Baker College here in Michigan, but I went to the one that was in Muskegon. We do have one that is 45 minutes from my hometown, but at the time I needed to get away from my family. Love them to death, but I just needed to be the person I wanted to be. I wanted to spread my wings and figure out where I was going. I was excited about college because college was a fresh new start, and I could leave things that troubled me as a teenager when I was in high school. I could let them go. So I was very excited. I lived in a suite which had a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, and then two bedrooms, one with 3 beds and then another with two. My roommates were Brianna, Darlene, Mandy, and Miss April. Brianna and April knew each other from high school, and Darlene and Mandy had the same major. I was the oddball out, but I tried to adjust. You remember me telling you about the fresh start? Yeah, that lasted for about 1 week. 1 week. And then my roommates, they found out about my past and they used it to their advantage. They went to our RA, which is resident assistant, told them I was cutting, I was sneaking out of the dorms with random people, and that I was in a constant state of inebriation. Now I only drank one time when I lived with all of them, and believe me, 10 hours dry heaving, not that fun. So, as I was saying, they used it for their advantage. I they made a chore list, and majority of the chores had to be done by me. They went one weekend, they went away, and before they left me. They wrote out this whole list of things I had to do, and they told me it needs to be done before we get back. And I did it. I did it all. And they even had the guys from next door come over and check on me. And I got everything done, and they were back 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And totally destroyed the whole entire suite. And then I was expected to clean it up, and I wasn't cleaning up after them. I felt like Cinderella living with 3 ugly stepsisters. And I know I named 4 roommates, but the one was just oblivious and she was like a duck, and every time she blinked, she was in a new world. And she would always say, "Oh, I'm Swiss, I'm Swiss." Well, I already knew what side she picked, and she picked them, and she let them haze me and be nasty and mean to me. There was internet in my room, so I could just be on my laptop, do my homework, and not even have to worry about them. And tech support constantly came in, and when they came in, I wasn't there, and my roommates would apparently they left a detailed note for me, and my roommates threw it away. One time I couldn't find my proxy card, and to get in and out of the suite area, you had to slide your proxy card. I couldn't find it, so I had to go all the way across campus to get a new proxy card. And when I came back, my old one was sitting on top of my laptop, and 2 of the roommates were just dying laughing because they thought it was funny. I had one roommate, Mandy. She would drive an hour and a half to go to her parents' cottage just to take a poop because she didn't want to take a poop in the suite, dorm, bathroom, whatever. Which the bathroom was kind of creepy because when you walked in, there was this big tall closet and it had 5 shelves, a shelf for each girl. And then it had the 2 sinks, and then like in a closet area was just the toilet. It was really, really weird. It was just really weird. Gave up cleaning and I got drunk once. They went to the RHC, which is above the RAs, and complained. We had a meeting, and Brianna said, I'm Swiss and I'm not taking sides. She already did. I was so upset about it. I didn't sleep for 36 hours, and apparently I made a threatening phone call to tech support because of the internet, and I got dismissed from housing. And they told me, you can still attend college, but you just can't live on campus. I had no friends. I had nowhere to go. I'd have to go back home and drop out of college. But I got appeal papers because I talked to the dean, and he told me to go back and get appeal papers, that they should have been giving me appeal papers when they dismissed me, but they did not. So I had to go across campus. I got the appeal papers. I got reinstated. I got put on probation and got moved. I got moved. I had to be the one moved when the real problem and causes were the 3 out of the 4 roommates. Anyways, I got moved down a mile and a half down the road, half a mile, mile and a half, I don't know, I don't remember, to the townhouses, and I moved in with a second year, who I would describe as a bubbly, promiscuous person. She loved to read quotes and watch sappy movies. It was a perfect fit. I remember pulling up to the house, and I was so worried I was going to experience what I had just went through. The house was so bare, which it was so bare. I supplied majority of the furniture, the TV, everything, which is what I did in the suite that I was living in. Because when I moved out, when I left, it was completely bare. There was nothing there. So the second 5 weeks of fall quarter went great. Was there when I found out that I had cervical cancer, but that's a whole nother video to talk about. Winter quarter going back was difficult because during the Christmas break, I lost my grandfather. My friend Richard brought me back with Brianna, because him and Brianna were good friends. We stayed at Brianna's the night before we went back. We ended up watching The Skeleton Key, and if you watch The Skeleton Key, it's a 2-hour movie, and it skipped so bad it ended up taking 4.5 hours to watch. No one got up to take it out. So, yeah, that was fun. I had 2 new roommates. One was Janelle. The other one, I can't even remember her name because she wasn't even there long enough. She was there 3 days before she moved into a different townhouse because of Janelle. This roommate was the roommate from hell. Yeah. She ate all my food, held my phone hostage because I had the house phone. I brought a house phone. She would hide my textbooks and laugh about it. And she never offered to buy food for the house, but went out and bought a bunch of food for the house next door and go over there and cook it. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. I ended up moving what food I had left all over into my friend Richard's apartment, and then ended up staying at my townhouse with no food. So that was kind of crappy. So when she moved out at the end of the quarter, so yay, that was great. Spring quarter was the best time of my life. I lived on a dry campus, but there's ways around that. Everybody learns how to get around that. Mainly the main reason to get around that is to go off campus and drink and then just come back home. Which is what we did every Wednesday. We would go off campus because one of our friends lived in the townhouse across the street, which was not owned by the college. So we would go over there and have a good time. I got my first apartment the next year. I did not want to be a part of campus life anymore, and good thing I did. It was a 1-bedroom apartment right next to the college because I had no car, and it was great. It was my cozy little place, and I miss it if it was just me. But I live in a 2-bedroom apartment right now, and it's overcrowded, and it's just me and Justin. That year, the second year, I met someone who shaped my core, basically, who has helped shape my core, and I consider him my brother, and I love him to death. His name also happens to be Justin, but I like to call him Marshall because that's his middle name. I met a lot of different walks of life in college. There were a lot of people that were being fired from factories and they were going back to college to get a different job because they had to make ends meet and support their family. End of my winter quarter, beginning of spring quarter, and he taught me that you can have more than one best friend, which that was something that took some time for me to comprehend, but I love him more for that. Uh, I did two internships. One was at Salvation Army, and the supervisor there was not very nice because I don't know, she was just not very nice. I can't really describe her. She basically threw me up under the train when it came to my review. And then the second internship that I did was with the GED program with teenage moms. I graduated and never felt more proud. I danced across the stage. I was that excited that I have a college degree. Downfall? I've been out of college for going on 6 years now, and I have $49,000 in debt. I know it's not a whole lot considering that there's other people out there that have like 300,000 and some odd, but it kind of affects you getting a loan because your credit score kind of goes and you can't put that into bankruptcy. You cannot put school loans into bankruptcy. I think before Bush left office, he made it very clear that school loans should not go into bankruptcy. And don't get me started on the whole student loan debt thing. But that is why I went to college, and that was my experience. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye.